something like here, the spots, the people, the surface of classical music, you mustn't be amused about all that, must you?
Better to be amused than annoyed, because if I'm here, it's to present something. If I accept to come, it's then to play the game.
What kind of game is that? Because if I listen to your music, you know, for me it is so intimate. It is being in your brain. It is so very special and different than lots of other musics. And I think it's I feel very close to your cosm, to your inner cosm. And it doesn't have anything to do with this world we are in right here at the Echo Classic. Does it hurt to be here?
I think there is no good balance, because balance would be death. It's normal in a way that you get some extreme on one side if you get some other extreme on the other side. If I have some extremely meditative moments for most of the time, like keeping focused on something, living completely alone, just with the scores, the books and walking, then it's not that surprising that sometimes I have this mess with overcrowded spaces, with random talks. I think it's music describes the whole life, the full life, and there is a part also of joke, of something that is not totally serious. Even in the greatest composers, you can feel this distance, like you are connected to something cosmic. You can hear it in Mahler symphonies. You are in cosmos, and then suddenly it's like someone playing like a little dwarf or little elf joking about it all. So I think I behave a bit like this. I behave like a little dwarf.
Yes.
Here.
You enjoy the dwarf, but how important is the audience? I mean, like here there are expectations, whatever. But do you always have on stage as well to find the situation to be in your own living room to give a good concert, or do you need the audience as an opposite?
I don't consider the audience as an all. For me, it's individualities, and it's true that there is a disbalance during the concert because you have this mass of silent people and only one concert pianist for a recital that actually is the only human at the beginning. And then the situation changes because he becomes kind of the magician, the sorcerer that is now taking everyone into his own dreams and phantasms.
So then you feel that?
Yeah, of course I feel that, and I am looking for it. I think that a concert has not specially to do with the music. I think that a concert is a spiritual process. It's a spiritual experience with a disbalance at the beginning, a great disbalance at the end, and in between, look for some kind of balance with the sounds, the imagination, and something to try to find the fusion between the audience, between the people from the audience and the player. That sort of moment of grace.
What is the god of this? What did you say? Spiritual moment.
Music, sound. I would say that the sound expresses everything. The sound expresses breath, human breath. Expresses art in general, nature, dance, rhythm, everything. Everything is
everything with everything.
Absolutely. Then for me, it's metaphysical experience.
That's what you feel when you play, like that everything is connected.
Especially recital. Because there is this great disbalance, like being alone and having the responsibility of the time. It's all about time actually.
Of course, and it has, as a recital, exactly, you can pull everybody and yourself into yourself, which means the orchestra is a pain as well?
It's a completely different story. Because there is not only the orchestra, there is the conductor. Yes. So you have the people from the orchestra with their scores.
And individuals as well. If you see the audience as individuals.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have everyone. You have all the egos. You have the egos of the musicians from the orchestra, the ego of the conductor, and the ego of the soloist that have to mix. And with only a little time to rehearse and then play the concert. So it's like poker in a way. You just have to put your
poker about egos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to, no, in a way, no. You have to put your ego on the table and then see how it goes in the roulette, because it's a bit a roulette. You cannot. It's not like a movie, or it's not like being at home and listening to a CD. Like you can go play, you can go forward, you can go behind. Here, during a concert, you cannot go one step behind.
But this is great what you're saying now. I mean, I have been doing that for, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years. And now you say music is a poker game about egos. I've never heard this description. And I really think it is very honest, you know? Because everybody says, yeah, it's a dialogue and we have to make negotiations.
There is something, I think there is something. This is, you give me now the will to say this. There is nothing specially kind and specially, we have left the great idea of humanism. It was the history of Europe and we were, how to say this, we were moving, all the peoples from the nations were moving with the ideal of humanism. With what happened in the last century, we know that no, this is really not what we have in front of us. So I think that there is nothing, art is communicating something about the truth, something about the heart, something very deep, but there is nothing specially, it's not, art is not to help us to survive to relationship, it's not to survive to illness or everything. Art exists by itself, and we are just beggars with art. We are little things, and art is just like a rock that we all have to climb if we are interested in this thing.
I love how you disillusionize the whole myth of classical music within 5 minutes, and I think I completely agree with you. And now I understand why at this Tchaikovsky jury idiots, they heard all that in your music already, didn't they?
I don't think that they are idiots. I think that they are very keen at doing what they do, and it's.
But they don't want to be disillusionized.
I don't know. I don't know them that personally, and I cannot tell about this. I think that for me, it's just that some people maybe want to be disillusionized in their private life, but for me, there is no special distance between my private life and my life in music. So the disillusion comes also in the musical process I have started. You see? So disillusion, I don't think if there is a single person after childhood that does not experience the disillusion, like big disillusion, with love, with success, with jobs and everything. Everyone is kind of frustrated after past 20 years old. Everyone is frustrated. No one gets really what he wants. Now I am in a very good situation because I perform, I have audiences, I have who clapped after my concert, so it's fantastic, and lots of young people would love to be at my place. Yeah. But actually, I'm still not happy because I would like to be full-time composer. You see?
Okay, take that, all of you. Think about it, and we continue. And as long as you think about it, listen to his music, and you will feel that you are not disillusionized, but that there is some kind of a different world. Thank you very much.
No, just a word is that only a disillusioned person can have big dreams and take everyone into his dreams.